Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about Hofstadter culture dimension theory and my friend's experience, which is related to this theory. Rina is a girl and she is a nursing here. 2 years ago, she worked at Japan, and so she told some informations which are about this theory. First of all, I'm going to talk about the introduction of Hofstadter culture dimensions theory. Um, according to according to Terpstra, and he said, culture is the integrated sum total of learned behavioral trials that are manifest and shared by members of society. Then Hofstadter national culture dimensions. Um, these culture dimensions totally have 5 key dimensions. Um, the first one is power distance index. It's also called PDI. These dimensions means the degree people for football with influencing upwards, accept of inequality in distribution on power in society. The second one is individualism, whereas collectivism. It's called IDV as well. This dimension means how personal needs and goals are prioritized, whereas the needs and goals of group organizations. As we know, the interviewee Rina, she worked at Japan 2 years ago, and now she works at Fiona Stanley Hospital. She told me that she experienced really different that in Japan, people may are collectivism, but in Australia they are individualism. The third one is called certain uncertainty avoidance index. It's also called UAI. These dimensions are defined as how comfortable are people with changing the way they work or live. The fourth one is masculinity, whereas femininity. It's called MAS as well. Masculine social society have different rules for men's and women's, less so in feminine cultures. The last one is long-term orientation vs short-term orientation. It's called LTO as well. Long-term orientation. This mean long-term perspective planning for future. The short-time orientation means short-time past and present oriented. So long-term orientation and short-time orientation are quite different. This is the picture about those five dimensions: power distance, long-term orientation, masculinity, vs femininity, individualism and collectivism. The last one is uncertainty avoidance. Those 5 dimensions are cultural differences. Here, I'm going to talk about limitation of Hofstadter model. Actually, any theory have their strengths and limitations. There are totally 4 limitations of Hofstadter model. The first one is questionable choice of a national level. As we know, different countries have different culture, so different countries have different national level, so they will meet different questions. The second one is organizational level. The third one is occupational level. The last one is gender level. those four limitations are about Hofstadter model. Conclusion. In conclusion, I got some information that Hofstadter model has both strengths and limitations. For example, we can use this model. We can use Hofstadter model in lots of countries, both in Australia, Japan, anything else, China, Vietnam, Singapore. Actually, when they made the problem both in country, both about culture and company, we can use this model to solve a lot of problem, but it has limitations. Some of the questions this model cannot overcome, cannot help to solve the problem. Then due to the different culture, this model could be applied differently. Last one is about reference. That's all. Thank you.